Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria on February 25, 2023, and the result announced on March 1st, 2023, in which Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared the winner of the election, and the result is being challenged at the Court of Appeal or Presidential Election Petition Court, from where eventually the contestation will get to the Supreme Court. Now, there is a story making the rounds, especially from the Economic Intelligence Unit, which is an arm of the British Economist, which say that it does not expect the election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be overturned. The Economic Intelligence Unit of the Economist magazine in London said that it does not expect the election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be overturned by the courts. And when I read the report, it was so watery, because as an organization of that repute, you would have expected them to give you the reasons why the election of Tinubu cannot be overturned. But I will give you a reason why I think the Economic Intelligence Unit of the Economist came to that conclusion. And that should make you to feel sorry for Nigeria and to feel sorry for the black man. That is what I will show you here. The Economic Intelligence Unit of the Economist that came up with that projection didn't give any substantive reason why it thinks so. It did not tell us why the court will overlook the fact that Tinubu did not get 25% of the vote required in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, in line with Section 134, Subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution. The Economist did not tell us how the court will overlook the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forfeited $460,000 proceeds of narcotics to the United States government in the 1990s. Fact that was proven in court and was not denied, that he forfeited that huge amount of money in 1993. You can imagine the value of $460,000 in 1993 to the value of $460,000 today. That was what one man forfeited. And he didn't make noise about collecting back his money if it was genuine money. Because I can tell you for free, no man will allow any government to take away his hard-earned $460,000. Now, the lawyers of Peter Obi, the lawyers of Atiku Abubakar, they have been able to show, especially the lawyers of Peter Obi, to show from their presentations in court and from their final written agreement statement that this money that was returned was proceeds of narcotic, and it was not denied, and that it was an evidence of dishonesty, which was one of the reasons itemized in Section 137 of the 1999 Constitution on the conditionalities that can disqualify a person from occupying the office or contesting for the office of the President of Nigeria. Dishonesty, conviction, paying of fine as evidence of crime committed. And this Supreme Court of Nigeria, in several rulings, have shown that forfeiture is evidence of crime committed. So if Tinubu committed a crime through that forfeiture, which that forfeiture represents. And it's evidence of wrongdoing, evidence of dishonesty, evidence of money laundering. So the Economist is saying that all this will be wished away, and Tinubu's election cannot be overturned. Have the Economic Intelligence Unit, when I read the report, they didn't make mention about the discrepancies and alleged forgery in the certificates of Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which was an issue of that was presented to the courts. If this were to happen in UK, would the Economic Intelligence Unit say that it will not affect the occupant of the office of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Is that what the Economic Intelligence Unit is telling us? No. The reason why the Economic Intelligence Unit is saying that the election cannot be overturned, that they don't expect it to be overturned, is because they are betting on Nigeria's corruption. They are betting that the Nigerian judiciary is so corrupt that it cannot be able to upturn the election of Tinubu, despite the glaring imperfections, despite the glaring disregard to the Electoral Act, to the Constitution, and several other infractions that was tabled by Peter Obi and his lawyers before the courts. He will survive. He can only survive in a country like Nigeria. And that is what the Economic Intelligence Unit is banking on. That the corruption has eaten so deep in Nigeria's judiciary that Nigerian judiciary cannot deliver justice. That Nigerian judiciary can see white and call it black. That Nigerian judiciary can see good and call it evil, see evil and call it good. That is the only reason the Economic Intelligence Unit, that's what they are betting. What they are doing was betting. Because when you read the report, it's so subjective that what they are doing was just guesswork, betting. They didn't even have to give you any explanation. They didn't give any explanation. But I can hazard a guess. And that guess is the corruption. And their gaze is no different from the ordinary Nigerian gaze. There are so many Nigerians today that believe that since Aswaju has been sworn in, that this is a closed matter, that Aswaju will have all the judges in his pocket, all the instrument of getting justice in Nigeria, that they will be at his beck and call. So, no justice for Peter Obi, no justice for Atiku Abubakar, and that this is a closed case. That is exactly the mindset of the Economic Intelligence Unit, an arm of the Economist of London. They are banking on our corruption. And I think our judiciary should be ashamed of themselves. Themselves should be ashamed of themselves that they have brought Nigeria this low, that they are so predictable that they will not do justice, that they will not be fair. The international community have read them like a book, that they are so corrupt that they cannot upturn an election, that even the European Union cannot vouch for. An election which even the European Union, that provided a lot of funding for it, questioned the process through which INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, announced winners of the election, including the presidency, for which they were condemned by the present government. But it's also an opportunity. That Economic Intelligence Unit report should be a reason for the judiciary to prove the world wrong, to show that we are really a serious nation, that we are really a country ready to be part of the 21st century, that we are not epicenter of corruption, that we can change, that Nigeria cannot forever continue to be a cesspool of corruption, evil, and wickedness. The judiciary can redeem the nation. They can prove the Economic Intelligence Unit of the Economist wrong. And overturn the election based on the evidence. I'm not saying this that they should not do. They look at the evidence. They should look at the evidence. But what the Economic Intelligence Unit said, he said, forget about it. No matter the evidence you bring, Nigerian courts lack the courage. That's what they were saying. That they lack the courage to call evil, evil. That they lack the courage to do it. That was what they are banking on. There's no special. And if you look at that report was written by a Nigerian. It was written by a Nigerian based in Lagos. So it's not rocket science that that person will assume, with that mindset of the alleged corruption in the judicial system, that it is a done deal as long as they are concerned. That's why he's a big man. He's the president already. This power that has entered his hand, it cannot slip away from his hand. But that is where the judiciary have to redeem themselves. Have to redeem themselves. Because they have to prove the Economist of Economic Intelligence Unit of the Economist of London. Prove them wrong. That they have courage. That the judiciary of Nigeria is made up of men and women of courage. Who will see evil and call it evil. Who will see good and call it good. Who will see black and call it black. And who will see white and call it white. And not the other way around. The ball is in the courts of the Nigerian judiciary to redeem themselves. Because this thing you see is an indication of lack of trust in Nigerian system. No investor will come to Nigeria and put their money. The only people coming around now is just those who are still seeing oil as the easiest place to invest in Nigeria. Already they are pulling off. They are pulling out of Nigeria. You can't have a system, a country, where the judiciary are notorious for calling evil good and good evil. You can't get that. No serious investor will bring their money. It's only Yahoo investors that will come to Nigeria. That is a fact. That is something that Economic Intelligence Unit, it's a coded message they are sending. The real message they are sending is that Nigeria is a corrupt country. Nigerian judiciary is corrupt. It will never do justice. Because if it is about justice, they ought to have given us the merits of Tinubu's case, why he will win. And list for us the allegations that evidences were presented in court, how that they were weak, that they can't be able to make the court to overturn the election. They didn't present any of that because they know they don't have to present that. And of course, Tinubu and his supporters are jumping all over the place, and the traditional media are celebrating it. But the truth remains that what the Economic Intelligence Unit was saying is that the judiciary is corrupt. That being a very corrupt judiciary, that's what they are alleging in that their statement. Because they did not present the points of laws on the reason why Tinubu's election cannot be overturned. They did not present any point of law. It was all badadash, what they presented. Just telling you that they don't expect. And after saying it, the whole thing was telling us all about how the next election would take place, how Peter Obi will be stronger in 2027 than he is in 2023, which was utter rubbish as far as I'm concerned. It didn't, as an intelligence unit, you had expected them to give you the reason why the legal challenge is not worth the effort, why it is useless, and why Tinubu will overcome them. They didn't say anything like that because they know they can't say anything like that that will make sense, except by just making a general statement that they don't see it being overturned. And the only reason that gave them this courage is because they believe that Nigeria is a corrupt country and that Nigeria's judiciary is corrupt. So Nigeria's judiciary, they don't expect it to deliver justice to Nigerians. That is basically it. And not any other thing. But I believe, like Peter Obi, that Nigerian judiciary can still redeem itself. The Nigerian judiciary that was able to restore the mandate of Peter Obi in 2006 in a 3-year legal battle from 2003 to 2006, that they can still redeem themselves and look at the evidence against Tinubu's election, look at it by their own merit and do justice. And that the Economic Intelligence Unit was wrong. And that the judiciary will prove them wrong by doing the right thing, by following the point of law. Because already some of the issues at stake have been addressed by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has dealt with the issue of forfeiture in the past. The Supreme Court has dealt with the issue of certificate forgery in the past. The Supreme Court has dealt with the issue of 25% in the Federal Capital Territory before. So all the issues that surround Tinubu's election that call it into question had already been a settled matter by the Supreme Court. And by the law of precedent, many Nigerians don't expect anything different from what the Supreme Court had done before in similar situation. But then the ball is in the court of the judiciary. Are they going to do as Economic Intelligence Unit insinuated, that it doesn't really matter the evidence? You can't get justice in Nigeria's judiciary. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.